happening, everyone? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Wanted to hop on here. This is going to be a short video, but I wanted to talk about kind of what I see and what I'm hearing in regards to the market. Those of you that have seen over the last probably couple weeks, the rates have tinkered down. They did almost reach or get to a peak of 8%, and they are back down, back to where they were in June. And we are seeing high sixes, low sevens, depending on credit score and those types of things, setting us up for 2024. We just got through Christmas and we're getting ready to embark into 2024. So just wanted to give you kind of my take on it. Again, this is just purely my opinion based on everything that I've seen, and I'm not interested in putting on any dates. I think this has been a very wild ride over the coming up on 2 years since the Fed started acknowledging and started doing quantitative tightening, as well as starting to raise interest rates, short-term interest rates. That has obviously affected the mortgage rates over the last almost 2 years. With that being said, 2024, it's an election year. So there's a lot of things that are happening. There's a lot of the Fed have pointed towards a potential reduction in interest rates. They're obviously keeping a very close eye on data, on the inflation numbers, the job numbers, and all of those types of things, as they've been trying to talk about what they call a soft landing, whatever that looks like. Again, I guess without a whole lot of damage or going into a massive recession. I truly do feel like in 2024 that rates will start to recede. Now, how deep will they go? I do not know. Some folks are talking about potentially in the low sixes. Some are saying into the high fives. Some are saying mid sixes. So again, take that with a grain of salt. I don't think really anyone knows, but rates are going to come down. They are coming down, and they should recede back maybe by second, potentially third, or even into the fourth quarter of 2024. So what does that do? Well, you've heard me talk about on other videos that if an interest rate reduction of 1% will flood the market with potential buyers. So if you are on the fence, if you're sitting on the sideline and you're saying, you know what, I'm going to wait till interest rates drop before I get real busy and looking for properties, I don't think that's a very wise move. And the reason being is because we already have a very, very tight listing market right now. So homes are not readily available. There's not a lot of product out there to be purchased. And what will happen is when rates drop, yes, that will create some more interest of folks that are holding on to their homes presently on a lower interest rate, maybe feel comfortable with going ahead and listing their home because they know that going back into maybe a 5 or a low 6 wouldn't be horrible as we go into the spring market. But with that being said, guys, if you are in the market to buy a house, if you have any interest in not renting any longer, then I would recommend that you keep moving forward in your journey. Always keep your options open and making sure that if a house comes along and it's in a price range of your pre-approval, that you pull the trigger and not wait for interest rates to drop. Again, because it's going to force a lot of folks at that point to want to get back into the buying market or be eligible to get back into the buying market. And that will just force an inundated amount of proposals and contract submissions. And again, you'll be in a war, a bidding war basically again. So that is kind of my take on 2024. I think rates will come down. I'm not willing to put a percentage on it. I have no idea. I've listened to a lot of experts that have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and they are not even necessarily in an agreement of where things are going and putting a timeline on it. I truly do feel like things will start improving around second or third quarter of this year of 2024. And so with that being said, if you're sitting on the sideline, I would really consider that position and maybe thinking twice about that, especially you've heard the adage, marry the house, date the rate. You can most certainly refinance and get that payment reduced, but you don't want to sit back, especially if that right house comes along, because the interest rate can be reduced by refi, but that house, obviously, there's only few opportunities to bid or to put a contract submission on that property so that you can potentially get that as yours. And then obviously the equity is going to, continue. I feel like property values are going to maintain and going to continue to grow. And so that will obviously be good for you if you can get into the market and take advantage of those opportunities. With that being said, that's kind of my take on the market. Just wanted to kind of catch you up. It's been a minute since I've talked about a live market and where we're at right now. That's just my opinion. Again, guys, this is uncharted territories. Even me being in this business for 26 years, I've never seen anything quite like where we're at right now. It's definitely very, very unique, but it does have the feel, especially with it being an election year, that there might be some movement in the rates that will be very favorable for people that want to get into the purchase market. But again, I wouldn't necessarily wait on that. If something comes along, pull the trigger. I want to wish you and your family a very happy new year. Let 2024 be the best year you've ever had. Obviously, we've reflected back on 2023 and all the great things that have happened to our lives, good, bad, and ugly, to be grateful for. But 2024 is a new year, a year for you to set out and do some of those things that you have wanted to do. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person. Talked about this in previous videos, where a resolution is something that kind of fades. It's a thing that we carry on for a few days and then it kind of fizzles out. You should have goals on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and things that you're trying to accomplish. But obviously, as we embark on a new year, this will allow you the opportunity to accomplish some of those things that maybe you were setting out to do, and know that you have everything that you need on the inside of you to accomplish those dreams, those goals, everything that you want to accomplish in 2024. So with that being said, Happy New Year. And until next time, bye for now, and we'll talk to you next year.